morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5 Minute Morning Miner on Tuesday, the 27th of January. A wet and rather miserable morning. Market's quite quiet too, but always things going on in the mining sector. Morning, Paul.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
Got any general comment on the market this morning, or the mining market this morning,
Yeah,
Paul? Like the gold-silver ratio, maybe?
yeah, that's right. Well, silver went up another 10% in a single day. Here it's now being quoted at roughly $112 US an ounce. Silver gold ratio now at 45 to 1, with gold testing $5,090 an ounce. So just to say that there's got to be an awful lot of pain for the short sellers in precious metals in these particular days and weeks because the price is moving against them so quickly.
Yeah, we also saw yesterday evening uranium go through $90, drifted back to 89.5, but that's pushing forward quite nicely too. Anyway, let's go to the news. What do you want to start off with this morning, Paul?
Quarterly results, production results out from the London quoted PGM producer in South Africa, Sylvania. They produced 24,600 PGM ounces. That's the 4E ounces, which includes platinum, palladium, rhodium, and gold, representing a marginal increase compared to the first quarter of this current year. The feed grade or feed tons actually increased by 9%, so that ended up being offsetting a 5% decrease in the feed grade. That said, the overall improvements in volumes resulted in revenues from the higher prices received increased by 25% to $43.6 million. And the basket price for the quarter had increased by 22% to $2,374 an ounce. So, with all-in sustaining costs increasing by 15%, that's due to direct costs and indirect costs, both in part due to higher royalty taxes as well as unfavorable movements in the exchange rate between the rand and the U.S. dollar for the company. PGM guidance, however, because of the increased throughput, has been raised for fiscal year 2026 up to at least 90,000 ounces of 4E PGMs. So that's an improvement of roughly 10% or so in the production, and chrome concentrate target is 60 to 90,000 tons. So that it is in chrome not that much different from what it had been previously expected. Interim results will be posted on the financials February 24th.
All right, let's move on to Ionic Rare Earths, which is ASX listed but has its technologies plant for the recycling of batteries in Belfast. Recently presented at the VSA Vision Contest. They've just got about 12 million quid, haven't they, Paul, from
Yes, they have.
Drive 35.
Yes, that's right. UK government is making a grant contribution to the firm of 12 million sterling, and that is specifically to scale up that battery magnet recycling facility in Belfast to commercial scale. That commercial scale would be 400 metric tons per annum of high purity separated magnet rare earth oxides using Ionic Tech's, the subsidiary of Ionic Rare Earths, long loop recycling technology. So a very positive move for Ionic in that the UK government demonstrating its commitment to bringing rare earth midstream processing into the UK itself.
Well done them anyway. What else, Paul?
We also had a court case. We cover arbitration cases, Well, this is an arbitration in litigation. It's been out there for some years now. The former ASX listed Sundance Resources, with their very large iron deposit there between Cameroon and the DRC. The arbitration panel has ruled against the company and in favor of the government, in that the government's argument was that they were obligated under their contractual commitment in order to develop the mine back between 2016 and 2018, and that it was not otherwise a stipulation that could otherwise be avoided with low iron ore prices or low interest in financing. So the government has prevailed in that particular contractual case against Sundance. So it'll be interesting to see now how the government, whether the company will appeal that verdict, and I suspect they will, given the size of this deposit. It's roughly the next largest undeveloped iron ore deposit in the world behind Simandou, which has just recently been put into production. So otherwise, the appeal will extend this period out even longer, but it doesn't look that great for the Sundance parties.
Yeah, it's not one of the ones that we follow, so stick with the two that we like, Panthera and Emerson. What else, Paul?
Otherwise to say, we've followed Switch Metals, which is the AIM-quoted critical metals mining company operating in Côte d'Ivoire. Update on their ISIA project, which is bulk eluvial material through a pilot wash plant that they've set up there in order to recover coltan, the tantalum-based mineralization. And they've begun washing of bulk samples toward a maiden mineral resource estimate on the ISIA project. With the results from the wash plant, they do hope to put out a MRE by the end of this current calendar quarter.
All right, I think that'll do for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, Paul.
Very good. See you then.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.